My name is Nini Unachuku. I'm the co-founder of My Father's House Foundation. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for coming today and being interested and committed to the kind of work that we're doing. I know that some of you don't have full knowledge of what we do, so I want to take this opportunity to give you a brief synopsis of the things we do and the things we're doing at the moment. Okay. So our charity is called My Father's House Foundation. We are registered here in the UK as well as in Sierra Leone at the moment. And when you say My Father's House Foundation, when you say My Father's House, what we mean is it's a place to call home, basically. My Father's House Foundation, we got the inspiration from another charity called Street Child, and they're doing quite a lot of good work in Sierra Leone, but predominantly they worked with primary school children, primary school level age group children who were homeless and begging in the streets. So they basically rehoused them and also put them in schools. So we began to ask ourselves, where are all the other Sierra Leoneans, you know? And we decided to get involved with them, build schools with them, you know, donated to them. And then we decided, you know, we can do something. We can help in an area that they are not helping in. And so we formed My Father's House Foundation to do that kind of work. We are focused mainly on young people. They call them youth man in Sierra Leone, the youth man. They call them the youth man in Sierra Leone. And we focused on the disenfranchised ones that don't have access to so many different things. And as a result, in the near future, they will become the ones that will be a drain on society. So our desire is to help them by creating this charity called My Father's House Foundation, where we hope that they would be able to receive the following: medical care, education and training, moral guidance, support, discipline, acceptance, work experience, purpose, and fulfillment. Our very first project is called Start With One Person. Basically, we just thought we don't want to create a project where we force people to kind of like be responsible for too many people. So we said, okay, fine. At least if you start with one person and give your energy, time, resources to that one person, you never know what you might do. Sometimes this one person might become the next president, might become the next leader that will transform the nation, might be the one that will invent something that is very, very important. I noticed that with my dad. He worked for United Nations for several years. But before he did that, he actually got a scholarship where somebody gave him, because he was extremely clever, and he was able to go to university. He went to the Commonwealth also gave him another scholarship, and he went abroad to Canada to do his master's. When he returned from all these successful things and worked for United Nations, most of his friends said to him, do not stay where you used to stay, because they were all scared of the area. That is where the Rari boys are. Why don't you go and stay in the West? Because that is where all the, what we call Von, the ones that have money, are. And he said to no, I grew up in the East. This is the disenfranchised place in Freetown. He said, I grew up there and I'm going to stay there. And he began to actually give scholarships to young people that had potential to do very well, you know. And he kept doing that until the day he died. And when he died, it was amazing because so many of the mothers were weeping. They were like, oh my God, who is going to take care of our kids? Who is going to help us now? You understand? And I knew my father would have loved to open a foundation. And so both because of what you can get from your father's house, and two, because my father himself used to do this thing, helping people, motivating them. These young men used to come over to his house and they would chat and he would give them advice. We decided, okay, fine, my father's house has two meaning. It has the meaning of you can have everything you want when you're in your father's house, but two, it's a memory also of my father that did something similar. I would like you to take a look at what might be the future leaders of tomorrow. These are our young people. They're from all walks of life. You can either invest in them and make them your future leaders, or they might become your future rebels. So we want you to take a look at these people and see our future leaders of tomorrow, and think about how you can help one of them. They say, make we join hand for help we accompany them. If you notice on our logo, you have the map of Sierra Leone. It has a roof on top of it, which means it's Sierra Leone, the entire Sierra Leone is the house. and that is our Father's house. On the bottom of it, there is a smiley, and what it says is, make we join hand for help we come in them bambai. It means let us come together to help each other out. So what we want to do is to, at the moment, we're in the process of doing a lot of research in Sierra Leone about young people. And we aim to prove all the things that I'm about to tell you as a statistic. Some of them we're already proving at the moment with the research that we're doing so far, some of the things that have come in and the information that we've received. The largest population in Sierra Leone are aged between 16 and 25. Largest uneducated group is aged between 16 and 25. And the largest unemployed group is aged between 16 and 25. And saying that, when we were in Sierra Leone the last time, the mayor of Makeni said to us that she was having a conversation with, I think it was the High Commissioner of the UK or America, and the gentleman said to her that the Sierra Leonean youths are not only unemployed, they are unemployable. So they are in a place where they don't have the social skills that it takes to be employed. Not only are they uneducated or illiterate, but they don't have the social skills that it would take to be employed and stay employed. So we know we have a big task on our hands. If we empower the youth with education, training, medical assistance, and business opportunities, we can transform our nation, Sierra Leone, and this goes for all the other nations in Africa. So we are encouraging all the people we meet to become mentors. One of the definitions I found out about mentor is that it's very simple, because sometimes you don't have to be overwhelmed by things. Basically, it's somebody that has an ear to listen, a brain to pick, and a push in the right direction. So if you know you have those three and you can offer it free of charge, please, we encourage you to become this priceless resource to the organization and give your time, your efforts, and your resources to help one person see the light. So I want to talk a bit to you about how we intend to achieve this great goal. When I first used my very close friend as a sounding board to say, this is what we have planned, what do you think about it? She said to me, your plan is too fantastic. How do you plan to achieve this? And she gave me the directions, sit down and write down how you think you're going to achieve it. So we went before God, prayed, and said, oh Father, you have given us this idea. What do you want us to do about it? Into leadership. I mean, we are documenting every young person between 16 and 25 and offering them mentoring. They don't have to take the mentoring. You understand? I heard yesterday that my alma mater, the school I went to, rejected the mentoring program because we're doing school mentoring as well as one-to-one mentoring, and they rejected. And I felt sad for the kids in that school because they didn't have a say as to whether they had an opportunity to have a mentoring club in their school. You know, so again, you begin to see that we also meet barriers when we go out, you know. So we do need prayers for those kind of things, because if you might have a fantastic idea, but if you have somebody that is standing saying categorically no, they might actually hinder the opportunity for a large number of young people. And we're inviting every company in Sierra Leone who employ more than 10 people, member of staff, to become what we call our Shining Light Partner Organizations. Basically, we go and have meetings with all these companies, and we say to them, can you please offer work experience and mentor and internship to our young people? These are people that have gone through 1 year of mentoring, and they are signing up in Sierra Leone at the moment. These companies are signing up, they are excited about it and saying, yes, of course we will do it, you know. So we have we organize monthly mentoring meetings. We have two types of mentoring. We have the one where it's the school mentoring. We have mentoring clubs. We take them through a certain program. We have lots of competitions that they're constantly engaged and busy, and we get them to get involved and plan what they want to do and showcase their talents. This is what we will be doing for 1 year in their school mentoring clubs. These are group mentoring. We also have the 200 people that may not be in any tertiary education or school, that are the disenfranchised that sit in the buka, you know, and smoke or drink all day. These ones we're doing one-to-one mentoring with. This is outside of the school environment, and it will be taking place in the hall, but it will involve mentors and a mentee, one-to-one. And we also have a program for them to go through for a year. We are hoping that after a year's mentoring, we'll see a lot of mindset change. This is the first thing we want to see, where people begin to believe in who they are and what they can do, and begin to believe that it is possible. Because to take somebody from a place where they had no hope to a place where they have hope is a huge giant leap. We would be inviting speakers from all walks of life. So for instance, if I wanted somebody to teach young people who are interested in photography and journalists, I might ask Tendai, can you come and give a masterclass in Sierra Leone for a week? You know, where you train young people who are interested in journalism, what to do, how to all that kind of stuff. And we might call somebody to come and talk about what you do, come Mrs. M, all of you, to come and talk about the things that you do that will enable people. You talk about your life, how you got there, where you are, and what you did to get there. I want our young people to begin to see that hard work pays, that it's not about get rich quick. You know, that hard work pays and they're going somewhere. At the moment, Sierra Leone does not have a single psychiatrist or psychologist. We have a mental home. We have a vibrant medical school. None of the young doctors there want to study the discipline because of the taboo of if you work with crazy people, you become crazy. They are demonic, all kinds of things. And this is inherent in the society. The way we treat our mentally ill people is very, very bad. So we want to be able to encourage young doctors here. And so we are encouraging them, come down and help us. Let's strategize and see what we can do to organize mental health awareness weeks, which we will be doing once a year. Like I said, we have a lot of competitions that we plan to hold. When I was talking to our county director, he was saying that Sierra Leone has an issue with authorship. They don't allow they don't encourage young people to write books because they have to go through so many levels of committees before the book is approved. So I was like, oh, don't worry, we can self-publish for you guys. So we want to have a book competition that is working in relation to our mentoring club called This Is My Story, encouraging young authors aspiring authors to write a book. It's a competition we will do, and we'll be able to choose one book and say, we'll publish it and do a big hoo-ha about it, and it will be a year. They will do artist competition. We want to do a songwriting competition. We want to do so many different things to help the young people so that they're constantly engaged and they don't feel as if there's nothing for them to do. Because as you know, African education, most of the time what we do is we just do the academics and go home, we study for exams and that is. There's nothing else to inspire or young people to do something outside of the box. And finally, we are proactive. We are hoping that this year we'll work with our young volunteers and our team in Sierra Leone to help out with the flood. And another thing is that we don't take no for an answer, because sometimes when you start an initiative, people say no, you say, oh, nobody's interested. But we are knocking doors, and we're going to keep knocking until we get answers. So, do I think this what we are trying to achieve is possible? Yes, I think it is. You know, they always say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And that this is what we've started a step. We've done more than one step, and we're heading to a direction. Our hope is that when we finish our SWAP program, we will have a group of very talented, very highly skilled and trained and employable young people that would want to give back and mentor the next group, but will also become benefits to their society. So finally, we hope that one day, in the next 5 years, we would have what we call a center called Youth Outreach Center. In that center, we hope to have a medical facility for the young people, a gym, you know, a theater in there, a recording studio, a huge library. We hope to have a code camp, which is like a computer place where they can come and learn how to code and do all those kind of things. It's basically my father's house in a house. That's what we hope, so that, you know, a youth that feels down, we hope to have chill out centers where they can just come and chill, you know, where if they need somebody to talk to, they have somewhere to talk to. Somewhere to go and chill and somebody there to talk to. So this is our plan. It takes a lot of money to do it. At the moment, we have a team working with us in Sierra Leone. We have 5 volunteers that we pay stipend to. We have 2 paid staff, which we pay, and majority of that finances come from me and the co-founder. You know, so when I just send things out, it's not because I want to harass people, but to say, guys, join us. We're going somewhere. We're doing something. We hope that one day my father's house will be in Liberia and Guinea, in all the West African nations, and we can move to in Southern Africa. So we have a charity that is not United Nations or WHO, that is actually passionately looking after our people in Africa, because we know what our people need. Thank you very much for listening.